So guys, in the meantime, there are several things that has actually make several Nigerians begin to ask a lot of questions at this point in time. 20th of October 2025, we heard saw what was happening all across the country, most especially the Federal Capital Territory, about the freedom for IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah, we have so many people on board, all the legal practitioners representing Nnamdi Kanu were there and several things happened. But there is something that actually occurred that made several Nigerians be very, very curious, most especially the supporters of Nnamdi Kanu. And that was the arrest that was being leveled against the brother of Nnamdi Kanu and his lawyer. Now, at this point in time, we've not heard from both of them, and several Nigerians and several supporters of Nnamdi Kanu are very, very, very curious. You understand? I want you to watch this video. Just a couple of hours ago, we saw what happened when Nnamdi Kanu actually listed some people, to come and answer some questions in the court. Yasawike was there, several people were there in that list, and several Nigerians were very, very surprised about it. I'll first play the video of when Nnamdi Kanu was defending himself, and I also play the video of how it was reacted by Rufai Oseni on Arise TV, guys. Do watch, like, and subscribe.
Barely 24 hours after the protest, the detained IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu, in a motion he personally filed on Tuesday, October 21st, agreed to enter his defense and informed the Federal High Court of his plan to call a total of 23 witnesses divided into two categories. Well, among those listed as compellable witnesses are former Minister of Defense, General Theophilus Danjuma, former Chief of Army Staff, General Tuko Boratai, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, Works Minister Dave Umahi, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, and Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State. The detained IPOB leader told the court he would testify on his own behalf, providing a sworn account of the facts, denying the allegations, and explaining the political context of his statements and actions. He requested a 90-day time frame to conclude his defense, given the number of witnesses. I mean, Rufai, what a dramatic turn of events. Kanu's lawyer has been remanded in Kuje Correctional Center for participating in the protest. The timing and Kanu's decision to personally sign the notice raised questions about his relationship with his legal team and suggest a significant strategic pivot in his defense approach, potentially signaling his readiness to confront, the charges directly after years of legal challenge. People would say, he had no choice. Right now, his lead counsel is in detention. He has to, I believe he also is a lawyer, he says, Nnamdi Kanu. I've said some places that he said that.
You see, if we want to build a nation, let's build a nation. If we want to be hypocritical, let's be hypocritical. For all of those that are saying Ejimako has no right of protest, and I'm not a lawyer, so please, you can challenge some of my thoughts, but I'll think freely on this. And they are claiming sub judice. We have all been on this table where many cases that are currently in courts have been come to discuss here. Do you remember? Can we even go back and point out a couple of things? Anyway, we remember the debacle of Natasha, and we remember how people were coming to discuss the case while even the judges said they shouldn't discuss it here. Do we remember? Why didn't the legal disciplinary committee, were they called in then? This case it's been on for a while. You remember that at some point during President Buhari's administration, some Igbo leaders, even when the case was in court, went to prevail over President Buhari for a political solution. Were they sub judice then? I'm talking about those Igbo leaders. Yeah. Recently, we've heard that governors like Alex Oti and a couple of other governors, I think governor of Imo State, have been talking to the president about a case currently in courts. Can we also deem those as sub judice? So please, I don't know anything in law, but I just think out loud. So please, you can educate me. I'm open to education.
We will learn more.
No. So I want to learn.
A huge debate.
No. And that's why I'm asking. And I've cited my position that were these engagements sub judice, the one that the great elder statesman from the South is that even finally passed after that. Negotiation with President Buhari at an early, was a former federal minister in the 60s in this country. They went to President Buhari to ask and beg that Nnamdi Kanu should be released political solution. The governors that have been talking to the president as regards that, are these also sub judice? Because when you say, okay, Ejimako went to protest about a case in court and you say, okay, sub judice, you should know better. Now he's been detained and, he's been taken against his right. We forget he's a citizen first. Well, those other instances were they sub judice. That's just what I want to. And please, let's also put a background on this case. We've also had a court in this country that have said Nnamdi Kanu did no wrong and should be discharged and acquitted, and appeal courts, before this case had been taken to the Supreme Court. So let's also put that in the context of this conversation.
Right.
Nnamdi Kanu said he wants to go ahead with his defense process. Yes, he has the rights, but also it's only incumbent on, let's even make a verification if he was the one that listed these people out. And let's make a verification on that process that was said that came from him. And let him go through his defense. A man has a right to be able to defend himself.
Right.
I am not saying that we should not, have a definitive stance on the rule of law in this country. But all I point out every day is the hypocrisy.
The selective application.
There are people now that we see them carrying guns and everything, bandits, having peace meetings and all that. Nobody have arrested them now. Okay. Their matter is not in court, it's not sub judice now.
All right.
So that one is out there. Then secondly, we have also seen people that were pardoned, bandits, criminals that were pardoned. All we're also saying is the political solution that you feel was good for the bandits that people speak for, give it to this man and charge him that if any other thing is done again, then actions will be meted out. That's all what a lot of people are calling for in this regard.
Yes.
That's just it. So if you call him all sorts of things, you call him a terrorist and everything, but you've done it for some bandits in the past now, why is his own different?
All right.
That's all I'm asking. All right. I'm not saying I support the way he went about it. I'm not saying I support all his abuses.
All right.
You did the same process people are saying do for this man, for other people that we saw. You even rehabilitated them. Like Dr. Bati said, you give them ashwebi and jollof rice and pepper soup. These are people that carry gun. No? I'm not sure Nnamdi Kanu ever. Did you ever say any gun is not going to shoot people? But these are even people that carry gun. No, that kill
criminals.
That criminals that committed heinous crimes. Oh.
All right.
You gave them a waiver and you said they should be good members of society again. All we are just saying is for the sake of balancing and for the sake of let's have fairness.
All right.
Let that same thing be done to Nnamdi Kanu, and let's also charge him that all the insecurity there that people attributed to you, let it stop.
All right.
So that at least when Nnamdi Kanu is out of the picture, anybody that does this thing again, we say, okay, we know this is criminality. That's all I'm arguing.
The names that he mentioned, though, as compellable witnesses, I mean, I wonder how that will play into his, defense and all of that. He's asking for 90 days. I believe the last time there was a ruling by James Judge Omotosho, he had said that Nnamdi Kanu should, conduct his case within 6 days. So I don't know. I mean, he's now asked for 90 days. It seems like another extension. But yesterday was this Free Nnamdi Kanu protest, and there were
ending on the lower court. So I was actually surprised that a high court have refused to obey or abide by the determination of a Supreme Court judgment.
And then take the only part that is against him and then refuse to apply the part that is in favor of him.
This cherry picking of what was contained in the Supreme Court judgment is what I'm against.
Yes, that's correct.
It should be implemented holistically.
Yes.
I'm not against facing any trial.
After
all, I'm innocent. They have not been against me. But there cannot be any trial when key sections of the Constitution and a key Supreme Court judgment has been violated by a court of law.
So you'll be patient for the case to go back and come back to the court?
This is my 4th year in solitary confinement in detention. The 5th year will not kill me.
Sorry, what if the case is also reassigned back to her? Will you still be comfortable?
It's not going to happen.
No, it won't happen.
It won't happen. It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way at all.
Thank you very much.
These are the things that the public must understand. Most of you journalists the legal correspondence, you don't take time to actually study some of these rulings and judgments. Go and study. In fact, I'll give you.
Bring that envelope. Bring the envelope.
Look at it here. Look at it here. Look at it.
I'll give it to her because I think she's a bit more.
Give her the Sugar judgment. I'll replace a copy
Can you
for
hold
you.
this for me?
She can.
I want to let the whole world understand something. Very, very clear. In all this is the judgment of the Supreme Court. It made it very clear that even that the impartiality of the judge is questionable.
Suspect.
And it's here. Where is it? Please do bear with me. It says it here.
I like
what is it, page? What is that again? Where it says
page 18.
all these things are online. Is it not page 18? All these things are online. So I suggest that the journalists in this country actually take out time to do some basic research. It's not difficult, just minor research. You will understand the virtuousness, the emptiness of all the charges against me.
Okay.
They kept switching the charges. They said I committed this crime in England, isn't it?
Yes.
I made a broadcast in England.
Yes.
And in 9 charges leveled against me, this place where I committed this crime was London, in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me. Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said, it's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it?
Yeah, based on that, they removed London.
Based on that, they now amended the charge again and removed London.
Location of the broadcast.
Location of the broadcast. Contrary to section 196.
174 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2022.
In violation of their own laws. Violation of their own laws. And you want me to stand trial under such circumstances? Is that possible? Nnamdi Kanu to stand trial where all these shenanigans are going on? It's not possible.
To be a travesty.
Because the Nigerian